Welcome to this short video on making tax digital. My name's Dean Wootten. I'm a chartered accountant and I've been presenting tax-related CPD courses to the accounting profession for over 20 years. And in this particular session, we're just going to look at making tax digital and specifically bridging software. Now, MTD is a statutory requirement to keep elements of your accounting records digitally and to upload your VAT return digitally. So it's quite a change from having your VAT return and manually inputting the numbers into the government gateway. That will not be available for mandated businesses going forward. Now, MTD will apply, mandated, to all VAT registered businesses that have taxable income greater than £85,000 in the 12 months to 31st of March 2019, or over £85,000 in any subsequent 12-month period. Taxable income is just your 0 rated, your 5% and your 20% income. You do not count your exempt income. You do not count your outside the scope income, such as business-to-business international services. Now, if you breach that £85,000 threshold in the 12 months to 31st of March 19, you must be MTD compliant for the next VAT return period commencing on or after the 1st of April 19. So for most businesses, they will be going into MTD for their June, July or August VAT returns. There's a very small number that have deferral. They're so-called complex businesses, VAT groups, for example, annual accounting users, but they would have had a letter from HMRC confirming their deferral. The majority of compulsory registered businesses will be mandated without deferral. So what are you actually uploading? Well, businesses will be reporting their VAT information by the same deadlines and for the same VAT quarters as now. There are no changes to that. The data you're providing to HMRC will be the same 9-box return as now. There's no additional information to back up these totals. You are not uploading your accounting records. HMRC will not have the ability to drill down into your numbers. They literally get the 9 boxes and nothing else. Originally, HMRC wanted a bit more than that, but that is very much on the back burner. You are only uploading 9 numbers. Now, businesses in time will have the option to voluntarily submit supplementary data. It might be, for example, your box 6 is quite high compared to your box 1. And that's because your box 6 includes exempt income or outside the scope income. You do include that in box 6, but you don't have any VAT related to that in box 1. So you might say in the supplementary data box, box 6 includes £200,000 of exempt income, for example. So how can we deal with MTD? Well, it's fair to say that cloud-based software is great for MTD. But some clients may not feel inclined to go down that route. Many will prefer to stay exactly as they are, whether it be spreadsheet records, older versions of Sage, QuickBooks, VT, Cashflow, just an older desktop-based package. Now, why should they upgrade? Their software works perfectly well. It's very much embedded in their system. Their stock system is working really well in the software that they've got. They do not want to upgrade. Now, bridging software allows clients to continue with their current accounting systems. Individual licenses with organisations such as MTD Express are £40 per annum. Agent licenses can be negotiated. Bridging software will be around for a long time. And it will carry forward into MTD for income tax in earliest 2020 and MTD for corporation tax, which I think is probably 3-4 years away. But for now, we're looking at VAT. And bridging software allows you to stay exactly as you are. You do not need the upgrade cost. You do not need the disruption. Stay as you are, just bridge. So how does bridging software work? Well, let's consider a VAT-registered kitchen supplier who keeps their accounting records on an old desktop version of Sage, for example. They are compulsory registered with their VAT return stagger to 31st of May. Currently, the software produces a VAT return which the business manually enters into the government gateway. Now see, that element has to cease under MTD. You cannot manually enter numbers into the government gateway. The company has no desire to upgrade their software to the latest cloud-based version. They are perfectly happy with what they've got and they want to stay as they are. Now the company can continue with their desktop version of Sage, but they need to purchase bridging software to be MTD compliant. Their 31st of August return must be submitted digitally. So what are the mechanics of bridging software? How does it actually upload your return? Well, the client will need to export their Sage Line 50 return and save it on their desktop. All software has a standard export function. So you're saving the produced VAT return onto your desktop. You then need to access your online account with your chosen bridging supplier. There will be a facility then to upload your exported desktop VAT 100 into your bridging software account. Now the bridging software will read the uploaded VAT 100 and automatically populate the API enabled VAT 100 in their system. Now this will then enable you to upload your VAT return from the bridging software. Now this takes less than 5 minutes each quarter. It's a very, very simple process. The MTD Express bridging software that accepts various import options, including XLS or XLSX, their Excel spreadsheet export functions, CSV, comma separated file, TXT, text file. Now these options cover all export functions from Excel and non-API versions of accounting packages. Now the MTD Express bridging software has built-in mapping, and when you upload your Sage 50 desktop VAT 100, then the bridging software automatically populates the API enabled VAT 100. And any software, I mean I've said Sage 50, but any software can be mapped so that it can be automatically populated. Spreadsheets. Well, spreadsheets can work under MTD, but you'll need a digital link to the HMRC system via bridging software. The MTD Express bridging software provides a template for the VAT 100, and this needs to be incorporated into the client spreadsheet as a separate worksheet. Just replicate your existing VAT 100 cell links to the templated VAT 100 and you're good to go. Upload your spreadsheet into the bridging software and the bridging software will automatically populate your API enabled VAT 100, and from there you simply upload. It's a very, very quick process. Alternatively, you could use the spreadsheet for your VAT workings. So let's say I'm partially exempt and I'm doing all my VAT workings in a spreadsheet, and I'm going back into my desktop software and manually entering the VAT adjustments in my software. Now in that case, you don't need to export to your spreadsheet or export back from your spreadsheet. All you need to do is manually prepare your VAT return on your spreadsheet, partial exemption VAT return for example. You then go back into your desktop software, make the adjustments in there, and then you bridge from your desktop software. You only need to bridge from the spreadsheet if you are fundamentally keeping your records in spreadsheets. A lot of businesses do their VAT workings in spreadsheets. You've got the answer, you then go back into your software, you adjust in your software, and then you bridge from your software. Obviously, if your software is API enabled, then you don't need to bridge from your software. You can do it automatically. But if you're using older versions of software, then you will need to bridge from your software. So to conclude this short summary, MTD is not going away. Many clients would have cloud-based software and they'll be fine with MTD. Other clients will have older systems or spreadsheets and they are not keen to upgrade to the latest cloud-based version. Now they too will be fine with MTD. Bridging software allows clients to continue with those old systems. There's no expensive upgrades, there's no business disruption, there's no new training you've got to take on. You just carry on exactly as you are and you bridge. Well, thank you for listening to this short session on MTD bridging. My name is Dean Wootten.